Okay, you guys, tomorrow's a big day, and you're invited. I have a tenant moving out of one of my properties, March 3rd, and I don't like when tenants do that, right? Like, leave on the 1st or leave on the 30th or something, right? Like, don't leave in the middle of the month. So if you're a tenant, don't do that to your landlord, because that sucks. But anyway, so she's leaving tomorrow. She's been there for 20 years. And let me put this in perspective for you guys. I'm 32. She's been living in that same place since I was 12 years old. So that place needs a little bit of updates. But luckily, and I'm very gracious, and I'm going to give her whole deposit back. Like, the place is immaculate. Like, it is clean. Like, I don't have to go there, and I'm not going to have to junk anything out. She keeps very, very clean place. Very, very happy about that. So, that saves one big problem for me. But, what do I have to do? And you guys are going to see. I'm going to be ripping out carpet and throwing it into a truck and hauling it away. What else am I going to be doing? I'm going to be prepping for paint. So that means I got to wipe the walls down really quick. I got to tape off all the windows in the kitchen and everything that I don't want painted. I got to, take all the carpet and the padding to the dump, so load it in a trunk, all right? Then I actually going to have to bust out my trusty paint sprayer that hopefully works. I try to take really good care of it. I don't use it very often. So you got to put that blue stuff in it that, run it through there, make sure that the paint doesn't gum it up or whatever. But anyway, so I'm going to be painting everything rental white, including the subfloors, including the ceiling, right? All that stuff, right? With Kills primer. So the paint has something to adhere to. And actually, this lady, again, this is another reason why I'm giving her deposit back. 20 years. I don't think she's smoked in that place. I don't think she's had a pet. Or if she has, it doesn't smell like pets. So, I mean, honestly, the Kills primer is probably overkill. But it's just like, hey, if you're going to do it right. So it helps the paint, locks in any odors or whatever. So it'll be a fresh place for somebody. So yeah, so those are some of the big things that I have to get started tomorrow. She's going to be out of there tomorrow at 5 p.m. on a Monday. So you know what I'm going to be doing at 5:05 p.m. tomorrow? I'm going to be in there documenting everything for you guys, kind of how the condition that the property was left in, and then start pointing out things that I need potentially bids on. The cabinets, the kitchen cabinets, I've done it once, you guys. There's just some things that just like, I really don't want to do. I don't want to do the kitchen cabinets. I really don't, because it's such a pain. It's such a pain to prep them and to do it properly. Like the last ones I did a crappy job because I didn't know what I was doing. I've never painted cabinets before. So I just watched a bunch of YouTube videos, tried to prep it the best I could, sprayed it. Didn't do a very good job. So kind of disappointed in that, and the fact that I worked really hard to do it was even more disappointing. So I'm probably just going to hire somebody. It's probably going to cost me more than I want to pay, but it's just one thing I don't want to have to worry about. And then the other thing is, since she's been there for 20 years, guess what type of countertops she has? Orange Formica. Yes. I can't believe it. Every time I go in there for my inspection, I'm just still blown away. She is literally still living in like the 80s or the 90s. 20 years. So she moved in 05. That's insane. That is insane that she moved in 05 because nobody was doing it. For some reason, I think that she'd been living there since the 70s or something. Because that's what like orange countertops remind me of, the 70s. So the guy that I bought the property from had orange countertops and rented it out to somebody in 05. Come on, man. Come on, Bob. That's crazy. I didn't even think of that until just now. Wow, 05 orange countertops. I wouldn't be cool with that. I don't remember what I was doing in 05, but I wasn't renting. I think I was maybe in middle school or something. I don't know. Anyways, so I just wanted to make this video for you guys just as a premonition or a precursor to what I am going to be going through and honestly, I wish it was today. I was hoping that she said, oh, I got everything taken care of. I'll be out by today at 5. because, you know, that way I could do something on the weekend. But nope, I'm going to have to do a whole day of cold calling my face off. And then I'm going to have to then go and probably work as late as I can. I mean, probably till 12, you guys, on a Monday, getting that thing all prepped, right? I got to rip out all the carpet because I want to make sure I paint the subfloor. So all that's got to be gone and out of there. And then I got to, I also have to make sure that, that I get everything paint prepped, right? So I got to put all the plastic everywhere, right? Because I know I won't be able to do both of those and paint that night. So when I come back on Tuesday, I need to, you know, paint everything, do the first coat of that. Then I'll come back Wednesday and then do the second coat Wednesday night or whatever, right? Wednesday night, do the second coat with the actual paint, which I'll have to go buy, which is like, you know, $300. Anyways, so that's just a little video. That's what it's like to be a landlord, right? You have people who move out, and you know, it's lucky for the other guy, right? Lucky for the other guy is that he had a tenant that lived there for 20 years, and now after, you know, he didn't remodel the place or do anything, now she's leaving on my account, probably because I'm raising the rent. And well, actually, I know that's exactly what it is. She's leaving because I'm raised the rent. But the problem is, you guys, is that unit should be renting for $1,600. I just now raised her rent to $1,300. She was still $300 per month below what it should be renting for. Obviously, I have to fix it up, so now I'm gonna have to go spend, you know, $10,000 to $15,000, right? Because the big cost, you guys, the big cost is the appliances, right? Because I try to cheap out on the labor, but I mean the appliances, all new oven, dishwasher, hood vent, and refrigerator. All right, all those except for the washer and dryers. That I do not provide at this fourplex, but all that stuff's gonna easily cost me like, well, actually, it shouldn't be that bad. So maybe it's only gonna be like $3 to $5 grand now that I think about it. But still, that's 3 to 5 G's. That's like 1/3 of my budget, right? Because I want to keep it under 15, preferably 10. But I've always said that that's what's gonna happen, and it never happens like that. I can't remodel these things for under 10K because I'm doing all the stuff, right? I'm doing all new flooring, and I'm gonna do half of it, right? I don't know how to do carpet, so I'm gonna have to pay somebody to do that. So I have to buy the carpet and then have somebody else install it. But I'm going to buy the LVP, which I have to pay for, and then I'll install it myself, so that's free, but I still have to do it, which is going to suck. And then, yeah, there's like a window with a crack in it. I don't know if I'm just going to replace the entire window. I don't know how to do that, so I'll have to pay somebody to do it. And obviously I'm going to watch them because, you know, maybe I'll be able to do it next time. I've never replaced a window, though. I've replaced a pane of glass. Well, I've paid somebody to do that. I paid somebody to replace a pane of glass before, but these windows are aluminum. So I'm just like, okay. So it's gonna cost me maybe $300 for that pane of glass when a brand new window could maybe be $1,000. I honestly, I don't know. So I'm like, geez, for the extra $600-700, I could just have a brand new window that's, you know, energy efficient and all that, and, you know, whatever, and I should be replacing those as I get the opportunity. It just sucks because tenants don't pay you more for that. So it's just like, oh, cool, you know, I just spent $1,500 on a window, right? Purchase and install. Again, I don't know what it's going to cost, and I don't make any more money for that. Does it make the building more valuable over time? Yes. Right? Because if I put it on the market and say, hey, all the windows have been done, the roof is new, all the rents are, you know, at the market value that they're supposed to be at, all the floor is, you know, less than 5 years old, and it's all LVP, right? That's more valuable because that's less work for the next guy. My problem is that I would never buy something like that. So that's kind of like, is the property more valuable? Yes, but like, who's gonna buy it if it's like there's no value add on the rents, there's no value add on the condition of the property? Like, who's gonna buy it? Like, the only person I can think of is like a 1031 buyer who has to do it to avoid a bunch of taxes. I guess, you know, I mean, I could always just list it for that, right? You know, but I don't know. I didn't buy a fourplex to sell it. I mean, both of the people I bought fourplex from were both really old guys. I mean, they're both in their like 60s and 70s, and they had fourplexes. So maybe I should hold on to them until I'm 60 or 70, right? I mean, if you really think about it, you guys, 30 years from now, I'll be 62 and I'll have 2 paid off fourplexes if I do nothing but hold them. Will I have to go through a couple roofs? Yep. Will I have to redo the floors a couple times? Will I have a few evictions? Yep. But 30 years from now, whatever those rents are, right? That's the crazy thing. Whatever those rents are, I'll be getting that straight to my bank account, minus taxes, minus repairs, minus management, right? But still, I think that's going to be insane. I think each of those could easily kick off 30 years from now. Man, they could easily kick off like $15,000 a month, right? Like cash flow. I mean, that's crazy to think. But hey, also, you know what also is going to be crazy 30 years from now? Inflation. If we still have an economy, if the dollar still even matters, right? But yeah, that's another topic. But I was like, wow, you know, I could be making $20,000 to $30,000 a month from each of those properties. And you know what? The way the economy's going, I'm probably going to need it. So I probably should hold on to those things, right? Anyways, I'm just rambling, you guys. If you find any value in this, if you have any questions, please leave them down below. Yeah, so that's what it's like to be a landlord, you know, thinking of right now what I'm going to do tomorrow at 5, and then also thinking about everything in between till 30 years from now. So you got to have a strategy, right? What am I going to do with these properties? What's the end goal? And who knows, you guys, I might sell them all 1031 into a 100-unit building somewhere else. Who knows, right? Maybe I'll find an amazing opportunity that I can't pass up. We'll see. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I really, really appreciate you guys. Please let me know if you need anything. Please feel free to share, subscribe, like this stuff. It really does help. I really appreciate you guys. Peace.